that might give you life advice. Get some money, 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 get some money. It's the paper power pastor.
Well, we have a cold night in the Northeast. A bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for football at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight, the stage is set for our final Thursday night game of the year between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the New York Jets. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Now ETN to start the drive. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Lawrence, out route. He finds his man. It's Jones. It'll go as a gain of 4. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys that have a little extra pep in their step, you go to them early and often.
A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lawrence. That's going to be caught by Kirk. Touchdown! Christian Kirk. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And right away, he lost the football. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. So now our referee looking at the sideline saying, are you sure? But yes, this defense has accepted the penalty. So that means they will not take possession on the fumble recovery. I'm not sure why in the world you do that, but that is apparently the decision. But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. And a heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. They'll run with Hall. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. This is caught, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Evan Ingram, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into it? This is intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago. He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way. Escaping the pressure right, and he'll just get rid of it.
And these are the situations that really test the defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lawrence, he'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And able to find Kirk complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Jaguars have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now 21-0. 21, Jets, nothing. Logan Cook, the kickoff for the Jaguars. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it to 26. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Well, this defense for the Jags, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now White with a first down throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
The slot man in motion right. On second down, a run with Hall. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
That's a gain of 3.
21-0 our score after 1.
The first quarter with the score Jaguars 21. Jets
And the Jags, Charles, I think they're in the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
In motion right is Wilson. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
On fourth down, White. And they hit him as he throws as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield now, Lawrence. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On 2nd and 10, Lawrence. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. The Jets have Braxton Berrios back deep. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkout bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? we haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done.
Hall has it knocked loose.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. White looks to throw. He finds Wilson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's White. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. White. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Jaguars are going to take over at their own 41. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he hadn't made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
79 yards rushing for him now in this one as he is closing in on 1,800 yards for the year. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Here's Lawrence to throw. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
All again on 2nd down. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. To throw, White. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
So the punt goes for 56 with a decent return of 13. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
Got it.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later. Hey, it's game day again, but I have to think a Thursday night game. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Jets are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So that potentially an important takeaway here in this 2nd quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now White. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. White. Wilson's got it on the crossing route. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
To throw on 2nd and 6. White. And it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Elijah Moore from 6 yards away. And the Jets are on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's up, it's good. I'll cut the lead to 21-7. Boy, still a half-plus to play, but it is a 2-score game. They're going to go onside kick early. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. A 2nd quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. But tapping those toes, he tried to get both inbounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand down on the stage.
I'll take your word for it, my man. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Now Lawrence on 1st down. Throws right side, and that's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. A chance to really cap off a big 1st half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. They'll run with Etienne. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? One more time with Etienne. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
On third down, here's Hall. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line. But how about this, a fake? And this is caught, and the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a first down.
Okay, that was a fake punt, and it was successful. Throwing the football, I know you threw the football in your past off of a fake.
Yeah, but unsuccessful back in my high school days. Old Tim Jones dropped it, hit him right in the numbers. But I'll tell you what, these guys, they love this opportunity, don't they? A chance to get involved.
They certainly do, and many of them were quarterbacks or big-time players when they were in high school and college. So to get back doing what they did before, always fun.
Ball again on second down. And he gets it down to the 32. They'll get three as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now White. On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. The 22 is the line to gain here on third down. Operating from the gun, White. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. From the right hash, this from 48. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And it will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing. All right, they didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely needed to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
On the stick. 154.
In motion left goes Jones. Handoff running left is Etienne. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That was Carl Lawson in pursuit that time, and he gets the stop.
That's a nice job there, foiling what all offenses try to do, which is control the defensive end in the running game. They want to get to the outside, and if he keeps himself free, stays on his feet, he can make a play just as he did there.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here into the hands of Jones. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. They'll drop this one off with ETN. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 84 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. ETN once more. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So he jumped as a safety. You might know a thing or two about that from your playing days.
Well, I remember creeping up near the line of scrimmage on certain blitzes or certain coverages. Never jumped off sides, though.
Not once?
Not once. I wish I had a few times. It would have stopped some of those plays I got toasted up on.
After the encroachment penalty, here's 2nd and 5. Now Lawrence to throw. This is caught. And the Jaguars are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
At the 2-yard line.
Here we go. Kill.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready, set.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. ETN is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Now receiver in motion left. Once more ETN. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Travis Etienne, his 25th touchdown, tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Jaguars are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Berrios now from his end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now you start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. All right, this is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
Taken from about the 12. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Over first and 10 at their own 20.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Locke to throw. Taking in left side, it's Wilson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 41, Locke. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. This is caught inside the 15. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
51 yards for the gain on the play. Complete to Garrett Wilson.
They'll run with Hall. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now Locke. Touchdown! Elijah Moore. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jets get a bit closer. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. Wait, hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Straight ahead, Etienne. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Offensively, another big chunk of yardage, Charles, but defensively, they had all this talk about trying to limit explosive plays. They have not been able to do that.
They discussed it all week, but they haven't been able to execute it at all, haven't been able to find a way to slow down this offense. They're seeking answers and not coming up with any.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Another 1st down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Zay Jones from 13 yards out. And the Jags extend this fourth quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense is really... Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Andre Sisco. And the Jags are going to have it here just past the 25. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Well, that's the third interception for Lawrence. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick six on the other side, and now they get a pick six of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice plays throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for six. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick six from earlier in this game?
And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Yeah, we saw that one up here, CD. Offensive team, they touched that before it went 10 yards.
Obviously, such a fine line, letting it go the required 10 yards, but also getting to it before the hands team can. Just didn't time it out right, and that results in a flag.
On first down, Lawrence. Man open, here is Jones. Touchdown, Jaguars. Zay Jones, his second touchdown of the night, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to... And this throw will be intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Berrios now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Locke, got to have this one. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man, complete. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Sirline connects on the extra point, and that will cut this lead down to 25. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And wait a minute, did the Jets get it? They did. So the onside kick is recovered. And, you know, I always thought, Charles, as someone who didn't play these positions, that going over the middle as a receiver or trying to recover an onside kick, those are two very tough things to do.
It takes a lot of fortitude to put yourself in that position, but you have to do it in order to help your team win.
Unable to recover it, it costs them. The kicking team gets it.
And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League. And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw it is Locke.
And check down, complete to Hall.
And he's got room. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall.
And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Locke. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jagsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10.
That one looks like he'll throw here. This complete to Jones. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards on the play.
Well, this one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD. But, of course, that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points. And, my goodness, it has been a dominant display in front of a national audience.
Yeah, they thought it, and it certainly came to fruition, didn't it? They've been dominant in so many ways in this one. If you weren't paying attention to this group before, you certainly are now after seeing this type of victory from them.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And now here is another interception. Picked up by DJ Reed. And the Jets come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. And by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both.
Yeah, that my Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grrr to the Riasi, we still outside. Mine on the richest, heart in the trenches.